Welcome. Continuing with the Tyranids side of the Leviathan box, today I'll be going over the things I changed in order to improve my skim, as well as my painting process for those that are new to the channel. Like last time, I began by working with the messiest step, which was dry brushing the skin. A layer of indigo oil paint was applied and left to sit for an hour, so the paint had time to stain the surface. Then, through the use of a makeup sponge, I remove as much paint as possible. Still, a thin layer of paint will remain on the surface as well as more on the hard to reach places. I proceeded to work white oil paint into a clean brush and, just as one would do with acrylic paints, began to dry brush gently over the skin. Because of the properties of oil paints, the white would begin to mix up with the still fresh layer of paint that was left behind from the cleanup. This would yield a smooth finish with dark indigo shadows. Between applications, I made sure to clean my brush with a paper towel. Compared to my last video, I pushed the higher details almost to pure white. The reason will be explained later. Since some of the carapace would be stained while dry brushing, this had to be done first. All in all, each model took less than 5 minutes of work between cleanup and dry brushing. However, the oils will need to sit for 2 days to dry up. Here is a quick look of the before and after of what I've done so far. Once dry, I continued with acrylics, painting the harder to reach places first, in this case the parasitic creature up top. I kept this simple through a base coat of gloss white and a wash of diluted blue-green acrylic. The gloss finish of this paint will help the wash run more easily towards the recesses. If you don't count with gloss white paint, you'll just have to do a pass of white over the raised details to fix any overstaining. To finish up, I work on the carapace and talons. This is a key element of the army which I didn't like the look of the last time. To begin with, I mixed royal purple and black in equal amount for the base coat. While dark, the tint of purple provides much needed color variety to the model. In my mind, I wanted a pale skin for sure, so a dark carapace was key to define one element from the other. Last time, both the carapace and skin were around the same color value. That is why this time I made sure to push the skin to a lighter tone. The carapace, however, had to remain dark but still have color to it. I ended up adding German orange to the purple and black mix. This peachy color lightened the dark purple to a lilac tone, without desaturating it too much. Once again, aiming to provide more color to the scheme, to contrast the pale color of the skin. It is important to note that this first pass of lines and scratches will not catch too much the attention of the viewer, and are just there to create variety on the carapace. It is the last highlight, the one that will catch the most attention. For it, I mixed equal amounts of German orange and royal purple, rather than mixing enough white color to the previous mix, which would have desaturated the highlights too much and made them not stand out against the skin. While I am still not convinced about this transition, I didn't want to add more colors to the scheme in order to keep it simple. I am, however, much happier with the end result, and I can tell this is the correct path to follow. If you haven't noticed, the hoofs just got a base coat, since it is a low point of interest of the model and working on them would be a waste of time for this army painting style. Here is the end result. a pale skin with defined shadows and smooth transitions against a dark but colorful carapace. I hope you found the video useful, and I'll see you again next week when I continue with the Space Marines.